Hi everyone, this is Kelly with the Haystack Help Center, and today we are going to talk about how to complain. Now, believe it or not, there is a proper way to handle yourself when you are complaining about a product or service, and these are the 6 tips that we recommend to help you resolve any situation that you're going through. So to start off, let me tell you a little bit more about Haystack Help. We are a consumer help center and resource network, and we empower consumers to make better decisions for whatever it is that they're looking for. Just questions, concerns. Are you looking for a dentist or a lawyer? Are you looking for a product or a service? Whatever it is that you need help with, we try to keep you educated and informed about consumer topics that affect you. If you'd like more information, please visit our website. We can be found at haystackhelp.com. That's HAYSTACKHELP.com. My name is Kelly Poto, and I have been working as a consumer advocate to educate and inform Colorado through television, radio, and internet outlets for more than 15 years. I have answered thousands of consumer questions and concerns and resolved just as many consumer complaints. I currently am a help center counselor and write for haystackhelp.com. Please visit us for if you have any questions. All right, so in this segment, we are going to talk about complaining wisely. Many times we find ourselves in a situation where we are less than satisfied with a product or service, and consumers are just not sure when they call our hotline. We find that they're just not sure what's the proper course to take, what's the information that I need to know to resolve this problem. And there really is a proper course of action that you need to follow. And any reputable company that you're dealing with, they will make sure that they take care of all of your problems because they want you to be a happy consumer. They don't want you to walk away an unhappy consumer and share that negative experience. It's proven that any consumer is more likely to share a negative experience, 10 times more likely to share a negative experience with 10 times the number of people than a positive experience. So keep that in mind when you're dealing with the business, that they're going to want to resolve that. They're not going to want to have you with a negative taste or a bad taste in your mouth about their company. So the first thing that we recommend is that you notify the company. It's the single most important step to take and often the most overlooked one. The company simply cannot correct a situation that they do not know exists. You have to reach out to the company. You need to reach out through the channel that they prefer to receive the complaint. For example, email, mail, or phone. You may want to submit your complaint via Facebook or Twitter, but that may not be the appropriate channel to get your situation resolved unless you are, you just cannot get some sort of response from the company. Then that is a situation where you would want to go to a social media outlet. But initially, just to get your problem resolved, that's not the proper course of action. You may be asked to submit some written documentation about the problem and be prepared to provide your contact information, name, phone number, address. Those are all completely appropriate. It's been our experience that consumers can become upset if they're asked to invest too much time into resolving a complaint that they're having or a problem that they're having. We completely understand this because time is precious. We understand that you don't want to invest any more time into getting this taken care of. You took the time to get the product or get the service. But it's completely acceptable and reasonable for a company to ask you to document your complaint against them. Businesses, again, are going to be more than willing to rectify a problem they are aware exists, and they'll want to take care of it. That just is simply the case. So the second thing is we recommend that you remain non-emotional. Consumers calling the hotline can tend to be very emotional, and they try to wrap a lot of negative things going on in their life, everything bad, into what's going on with that complaint. And that just simply is irrational, and it does not help to get anything taken care of or resolved. Businesses typically have a protocol they need to follow, and they're going to ask you questions that are going to assist you in getting that claim resolved. You want to speak only to the issue going on with the service or product. You don't want to get into all the personal things going on in your life because they truly have no bearing. It is not their fault that your uncle lost his finger, or that you cannot hear, or that, fill in the blank, that your arm's broken, that there's something happening with a family member. Those are all unfortunate things, but they have no bearing on your complaint, and they can actually delay the resolution of your situation. The third thing we recommend, be specific. You need to be specific. Don't be vague when you're describing your problem. You can't expect a company to rectify your situation if they can't even grasp what the problem is. So you're going to have to be prepared to explain what happened and when. And we suggest that you write it down. We feel that it's extremely helpful for you to write out, physically sit down and write out, or type out, whatever, but write out what's happened, in its entirety before you even contact the company. This just helps you to be concise with what you're saying and make sure that you are staying on topic with what is actually happening with the problem. We also recommend that this is the place that you document all of your information for getting this complaint resolved. Who did you speak with? When did you speak with them? What was their position? What was the date that you spoke with them? What time did you speak with them? Every single person that you talk with in this organization, write down that information. It's very important, and especially if these 6 tips do not resolve your problem, then this is information that will be essential for taking those next steps to get it taken care of. The fourth thing that we recommend is to be patient. Depending on the size of the company, sometimes you may not be able to get that problem resolved on your first attempt, and it could take a couple weeks or longer. You may also be asked or required to follow up at a later date. We just recommend that you be patient. Do everything that you can. Do everything that the company asks you to do within reason and within an acceptable period of time to get this situation resolved. Again, we understand it's frustrating, but it goes very far in getting your situation taken care of. The fifth thing that we recommend is be nice. Just be nice. Do not be nasty to the person that you're expecting to resolve your issue. You want to treat all people that you deal with kindness and respect. You want to use your pleases, you want to use your thank yous, and even if you are dealing with a person who is not being professional and it's no reason for you to act that way. You need to act like a good human and just handle yourself with kindness and respect. So just be nice in getting that problem resolved. All right, and the sixth thing that we recommend is to be diligent. We understand, again, it's extremely irritating that this product or service did not work the way that you intended, but if you want to get your problem resolved, you're going to have to invest some time. And if it's going to be worth it to you, whether or not it's going to be worth it to you, you are the only one that can make that decision. If it's a situation where you have gone through a drive-through and you realize that the restaurant did not include one of your items, you're probably not going to go back to the restaurant, and you're probably not going to invest too much time into resolving that situation. You may file a complaint, you may let them know the next time you're there, or you may do nothing about it at all. That would be dependent upon whether or not it's worth your time to invest into this to resolve it. However, if it's a contractor and it's who's installed a faulty product, or there's some kind of issue with the work or the product itself, well, this would probably be a situation where it is well worth your time to do all the follow-up and all of the follow-through that you can possibly do to make sure that this is getting your situation resolved. So again, these are the 6 things that we recommend that you do. Notify the business, number 1. Number 2, remain non-emotional. Number 3, be specific. Just be specific. Number 4, be patient. You may not be able to get your situation resolved right that second, but just be patient. You'll get it resolved. Be nice. Don't be mean to the person that you are hoping is going to help you with your issue. And then the 6th thing, be diligent. Now, we understand these are just a few of the tips that we offered to help you get your situation resolved. We understand that sometimes this is not going to be enough, and in those situations, you're going to want to consider consumer protection agencies like the Better Business Bureau, the Colorado Attorney General's Office, the Department of Regulatory. Those are all bodies that you can file consumer complaints to that will take it very seriously. They do have a proper protocol, again, that you'll need to follow, and that's where writing down that concise information that we were telling you to be specific about your problem, that's going to come in handy should the protection agencies be a route that you need to take. The other thing is that you could try arbitration or mediation. And there's small claims court, and those are just to name a few. So that is our presentation today for Complain Wisely. We really thank you for joining us to share this information. And should you have any questions, please contact us. My email is kelly@haystackhelp.com. That's KELLY @haystackhelp.com. And again, Haystack Help is a help center and resource network empowering consumers to make better decisions through 560 AM radio, velocityradio.fm, CBS Channel 4, and our social media outlets. If you would like to have more information about us, please visit us at haystackhelp.com.